Hello guys, this is OCR. I'm back at it again. I switched up my YouTube channel, so now I got a new YouTube channel. The one that I had before, it got taken down. So I'm back at it again. I'm beginning to do videos again. So you will be seeing more OCR videos. So today I want to talk about the difference between Windows 7 and Windows 8. This is Windows 8 here. So this is Windows 8. Let's go ahead and check out the start menu. So as you can see, the start menu is it's totally different than how it was with Windows 8. Windows 7. So here's Windows 7 right here. This is my Windows 7 virtual machine. Let me go ahead and move this up there. That way we can see the start menu. So here's the old school start menu right here. Uh, I call it old school, but it is old school actually. Uh, a lot of stuff happens in a short amount of time in software environments, and a lot of changes happen pretty quick. But yeah, so this is Windows 7, the older Microsoft operating system. So here's the start menu. So right here you have all of your programs. If you have any of them installed, right now I don't have that much applications installed. So if you want to have access to control panel, there you have control panel. If you want to access computer, you have access to computer, and whatever you want to have access to, you can have access to from right here. So with Windows 8 is a little bit different. You can switch back and forth by taking your mouse to the left bottom corner, and once the start menu icon shows up, if you click it, that'll take you back and forth. And once you're in the start menu, if you click on the desktop, that will take you back to the desktop. So okay, so first of all, I don't know why a lot of people keep complaining that the start menu is gone, because it's really not gone. It's still here. You just have more options of getting to the start menu. It is a little bit harder to get used to it at first. I'm actually still learning about Windows 8. So if you click the start icon, it'll take you to the start menu. And right here, you have access to all of your applications. If you go to the top right corner or the bottom right corner, the charms bar will show up. And if you go to search, um, you can search for any apps that you have installed, and you can also search for settings, and you can also search for files. That's something that it's something new here. Let me see if I can find any files that I have on my computer. Pics, no. Let me see here, pictures. Okay, no pictures. Right now I don't have anything installed. I don't have any documents on this computer. As you can see, all of my folders are empty. I don't have nothing here. Let me see if I have anything. Yeah, I got some stuff on my downloads. So let's check that out. Alright, so let's go to the start menu. Let's bring up the search. And now let's go to settings. And let's type in downloads. There you go. Downloads. Okay, so files. So there you go. So as you can see here, here's the stuff that I have in my downloads folder, Chrome setup, and all other apps. So yeah, that's really cool. I really like this feature a lot. How you can have access to that. But that's the same feature that we had with Windows 7. If you go back to Windows 7, let's check out Windows 7. Here it is. So if you from right here, you can find anything that you have in Windows 7. For example, I don't know about documents. Yeah, well there it is. Documents, my documents. So you have access to your documents right there. Let's see if I have anything here. Downloads, I don't have anything there. Pictures. Well, I got some sample pictures. Let's check that out. Pictures. There you go. So as you can see, same thing. Windows 8 is just a little bit more stylish. No, I would say a lot more stylish than Windows 7. I know a lot of us, we just want to get our work done, and so we don't care about how fancy an operating system is. Um, well, not me. I actually care how an operating system looks, and also how it functions, of course. Um, and for me, Windows 7, it just works really good. I like Windows 8 a lot. I mean, Windows 8. So Okay, so that is pretty much the desktop. So here's your desktop with Windows 7 right there. Uh, there it is. You got the system tray right there, sys tray, and of course network and auction center, and of course the start menu and all of that good stuff. And we got Windows 8 right here. So okay, so with the charms bar, you can do quite a bit of things in your Windows 8 operating system. If you go to settings and then change PC settings, you can actually join a home group, and you can also check for updates, or you can also go to ease of access and configure your operating system for different settings. Go to devices. If you go to privacy, you can configure your privacy settings, general, share, search, and all of that good stuff. Um, let's see here. If I go to general, let me see privacy. Trying to look for let me see here. Okay, I'm actually trying to find how to add users. There it is. Okay, I just had to scroll up. I was down here. Okay, so if you want to add a user to your computer, all you have to do is go to users and come down here and select add a user, and then just type configure the settings that you want to use for the user. If you want to sign up for a new email address or sign in without a Microsoft account, you can do that. Or if the user already has a Microsoft account, you got to type it in right there. Well, you don't have to, but you do have that option. So that's how you add new users. Now, if you don't want to get notifications about different applications, you can configure that right here. So you can do that from there. So let's go back to the desktop. So here is the desktop. As you can see, I have control panel, the shortcut, and Windows Update, the shortcut, so I can have access to it a lot quicker. I also do that with my Windows 7 machines. On this one, I don't have that, but I'll do that. So, okay, so let's go ahead and check out the Start Task Manager, the Task Manager. Okay, so this is Task Manager in Windows 7. Let's go to applications. As you can see, these are the applications that I have running right now. And of course, my processes, CPU usage, physical memory. There's my processes tab, services, performance, networking, and users. So that's Task Manager in Windows 7. Now let's check out Task Manager in Windows 8. It's a little bit more stylish. I like it a lot better. So processes, as you can see, you get a lot more details of the processes that are running in the computer. If you go to performance, I like performance a lot. If you click on the CPU, you actually get a lot more details than you would with Windows 7. As you can see right here, virtualization not capable. That's because this is a virtual machine that I'm using right now. So I can't virtualize inside this virtual machine. Um, or maybe I can, but I haven't configured that yet, or I haven't found out if I can do that yet. But right now, at this point, I'm really not concerned with that. Okay, so if you go to memory, you can see the memory that you have in your computer. As you can see, this machine has 1.2 gigabytes available. And right now, I'm using 823 megabytes. And the total memory is 2 gigabytes. If you go to this usage, you also get a good bit of details and Ethernet. One thing I love about Windows 8 is that on the Ethernet tab, you also get your IPv4 address, your local IP address, not your one IP address, but your local address. So you don't have to type in CMD and ipconfig anymore to get your local IP address, which you really don't have to do that if you just go over here to your connections, and then you go to Open Network and Sharing Center, and then you click on Ethernet, then you go to Details, and you get your IPv4 address too. But I like the fact that I can get that from Task Manager by just going to the Ethernet tab and then just getting it. So I like that a lot. If If you go to app history, recent resources usage since 5/10/2013 for current user account. So delete use history. So these are all the applications that I used in the past. So that's real cool. I really don't know much about this app history tab, so I'm not really gonna go into too much details about it. But that is really cool that you can get a history on the apps that you used in the past. Um, so as you can see, you get a lot of details: CPU time, network, meter network, tile updates. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so startup. Uh, you don't have to go into MS Config anymore to configure your startup applications. With Windows 7, to configure startup programs, you would have to go to the start button, type msconfig, and okay, so I didn't type it in correctly, so let's try it again. Msconfig, there you go. Uh, so then msconfig would pop up, and right here, if you would go to the startup tab, you can configure all of the applications that start up when the computer boots up. And that's how you would configure those applications. Now with Windows 8, you don't have to do that anymore. You can just bring up the task manager and go to the startup tab and configure it from there. So that is very convenient and a lot much easier than with Windows 7. And of course, users, you got details. Now right here, you get a lot of details of all of the processes and applications that are actually running right now on the computer. And of course, you have services. So that's Task Manager. That's Task Manager on Windows 8. And over here is Windows 7. There it is, Windows 7. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. Okay, so let's see here. And of course, you cannot forget about this other function that you can do once you bring up the start menu icon or the desktop icon. If you right click it, you get this menu here that gives you access to programs and features, power options, event viewer, system, device manager, disk management, computer management, command prompt, admin, task manager, control panel, file explorer, search and run, and desktop. So there you go. There you have it right there. You pretty much have access to everything that you did before with Windows 7. Now you don't have to go into the start menu to use the search option in the charms bar. You can do that in the desktop too. Now I have heard some rumors that they will be adding a functionality to Windows 8. Like right now, let's see here. Well, I can actually, to bring up the Charms bar in the desktop, you don't have to type, you don't have to scroll to the or swipe from the right to get the Charms bar. You can just type, you can just tap, the Windows key and and C, and that'll bring up the Charms bar, and then you can scroll up and down and go to the tab that you want to go to. For example, if we want to go to search, there we go, and then you can just scroll down to whatever apps you want to select. So that's really cool. And of course, one of my favorite apps right now, it's the weather app. I really like the weather app. As you can see here, it says that I can't open it because of my resolution. So my resolution is too low right now. This is a virtual machine. I can always make it higher, but that would make my screen a lot bigger, and it would just throw off the whole video recording app that I'm running right now. So I don't want to do that right now. But yeah, so that is one of my favorite apps right there, the weather app. So that's it, guys. That is a quick overview of Windows 8 and Windows 7. There's Windows 7 right there.